Back on Gertie Rude, back again, that Easter mood. Well, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a wonderful Easter Sunday, or you're getting up and it's Easter Sunday, or you're going to bed and you've had Easter Sunday. Where I am, clocks went forward an hour, and I'm traumatised for you two viewers. My mind's all in a dither. It's saying it's sort of getting on for 4 o'clock here, but it isn't in my brain. It really isn't. I'm all of a dither. Oh dear, why do they do this to me? An hour less in bed, I can't live. Anyway, let's go and have a look at this because we've got good news for you two viewers. And if you're in Britain, this is splendid news for us because Harry and the Megalite have offered to come and help out the royal family. I kid you not. It's not a joke. No, it isn't. It's the actual truth. My God, these people, they're maniacs of the highest order. So we'll jump in and hear what's happening. Come on. Right, let's go.
What do you know about this, Neil? Are they angling to get back into the royal fold?
Yeah,
or do you think the royal family would take them?
I hope not. Please, no, please. Thank you, no.
Stuart from London. Yeah, shock about the view. I've
I
never
know.
done that before. What's interesting about this story, let me tell you, is this.
I
I
love
the
Neil Shaw.
understanding that Prince Harry is now bored rigid. I don't know if you remember last year, I think it was earlier this year, Golden Globes. Meghan
He's bored rigid. Did you hear that, darlings? The Harold is bored rigid. Well, he would be, wouldn't he, after the life he was brought up into. He doesn't know any other life. I'm going to straighten you up a bit here. We're a bit crooked, that's a bit better. Yeah, the funny thing is I think I've said it before, is that in the book, and it was well known before he actually wrote it in the book, he knew Meghan was the girl for him after a camping holiday in Botswana. Do you remember? When she abluted herself in the bushes, and he thought, wow, this girl is so down to earth. She's the girl for me. But they've never been camping since, have they? No, not unless you call camping going to exclusive rich billionaire only resorts or the imperial suites of every hotel in every major city across the globe, or indeed what's it called, Soho houses across the world. Yeah, if that's camping, then maybe she has gone camping with him, but failing that, she's never really lived up to his expectations. I would have thought, if I was Harry, I'd be sat there thinking, well, I mean, we've never been to Botswana since, have we? Maybe she thinks coming to Britain is akin to going to Botswana. It's the Wild West, isn't it, Britain? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, they need all the security in the world before they come to Britain, even though they live in a country where every last person's got an arsenal. I was going to say, yeah, an arsenal of weaponry. Yes. Oh, dearie me, let's carry on. I'm lost for words.
The red carpet.
Makes a change.
Prince Harry's loving being part of the entertainment business. Well, the entertainment business so far consists of Meghan, the podcast, and now she's going to be a lifestyle beauty.
Stop. Oh my God, Joe Rogan, look out, watch it. Was that entertaining? Because I wouldn't have said it was entertaining. It was mind-numbingly bleeding boring, especially for us people that had to review their nonsense. I mean, do you remember that one where she insisted that the interview person interpret her noises? Do you remember that one? And I don't know how that works, but common sense and everything that's normal and holy and usual has just gone out the window worldwide, doesn't it? We're living in a bleeding, I don't know what we're living in. I don't know, is it a Matrix? I've never watched that film, but it's crazy. She's done nothing. She's a bleeding... What about the Baka women in the Congo? How's about that if you want to help women? Go on.
Queen selling everything. There isn't really a role
treating
for
the royal
Harry's
family.
job, if you like, is literally the litigation cases.
Yes.
And, sort of juggling lines somewhere.
Isn't he a knight or something?
Certain elements,
shining armour.
Told, and my understanding is this,
right,
of his royal life. And
yes.
The idea that he and Meghan return is absolutely ludicrous.
Well, his royal life went something along these lines. He was born with more than a silver spoon in his mouth. I think he had the whole cutlery set, didn't he, to be fair? All his meals were cooked for him. He never had to pay rent or worry about a mortgage, did he? Until he moved over there with the Megalite. And even then it's debatable. He was driven everywhere. Probably never bought a car in his life or paid a bill or had to worry about anything like that or where the next meal was coming from. So, yeah, oh dear, they've had such a struggle, Vutu. I do feel for them, I really do. Especially her over there doing her Audrey Hepburn. Do you remember at the Jubilee when everybody was booing? I think they were booing just because booing was fashionable. They obviously weren't booing the Marklet, were they? Because she's marvellous, so couldn't be them, could it? No, wasn't. No. Come on.
Because she does not like the United Kingdom. No two ways about it.
Right.
They're not over keen on Meghan Markle.
I mean, all those medals he's got, as well as on merit of the fact that his granny was the Queen, because there's people that served for, like, you know, a decade or more that probably haven't got as many medals as what he's got. But there you go. I think they're honorary, aren't they? I think they get honorary positions and honorary medals. And there's nothing more honorary when your granny happens to be the Queen. Here, have a medal, piss off.
Either. And, you know, what could he assist in? Because, sadly, you know, he's not used to the King.
He can assist in making the Marklet him richer. And she can assist by decimating the fashion industry by wearing every free bit of clobber, designer clobber, terribly. She could do that. She'll probably have to watch at Windsor Castle because you'll find the sheets will start going missing again. Yes, you will.
Along with the Prince and Princess of Wales, they can't trust them, so they couldn't leave them out in the public domain, going and meeting people on their behalf for charities. There's certainly no Princess Anne.
Well, no one would want to see them.
And the popularity stakes, if you look at the polling.
Can you imagine if you spent hours, days, months, if not years, if not even decades, tirelessly volunteering and doing stuff for charity to make Britain a better place or to make society more comfortable for the lesser well-off, blah-de-blah, right? And it's your day in the sunshine. Yes, you are at last going to be recognised by royalty. And these two toe up, honest to God. Really?
Prince Andrew's polling better, you know.
Yeah, he probably is.
What about Prince Harry going back on his own?
Oh,
and
dear.
leaving Meghan in California?
Right. What's happening?
That's a good point, but we know that I think he's surgically attached, actually.
Yes.
I don't know if he can.
A certain part of his anatomy is surgically attached to a certain part of her anatomy. Oh, dear, and I'm not going to specify what parts either.
Do that alone.
Yes.
It's an interesting thing. When he came over, of course...
I think she wears certain parts of his anatomy as jewellery round her neck, darlings.
On a serious note, Stuart, that would have been a great time for some one-to-one bonding. He didn't want to do that, clearly.
No.
He decided against that.
Oh.
What we have right now here is, of course, that monarchy is not in crisis. It's ridden out so many crises over the years.
Yes.
You know, it's simply, as His Majesty the King points out, it's a slight bump in the road.
Yeah, it's a hiccup. It's a hiccup. If you look at the last 1,000 years of British royalty, even the ancient kingdoms and kings and blah-de-blah-de-blah that's gone before, if you look at it, honestly, it survived much worse. We've got two high members of the royal family that have struggling with chronic diseases, shall I say? I don't know. Conditions. Conditions is a better word, Gertrude. Yeah, but it's not the end of the world. I'm sure that they will prevail, mainly because we've moved so far forward in cancer treatments. And not only that, they are, and I'm not thinking, Bob, it's a fact, that they will get the best treatment going on Earth. If they've just discovered something new somewhere, they'll get it. So I'm really happy that they do, because life is precious and they deserve to live every second of every minute of every hour of every day of the rest of their lives happy and free of this horrible chronic condition. I think that's the best way of putting it. So I hope that the King and the Prince of Wales will be back in fine fettle. I don't think we're actually going to... Oh, look, the King's gone. I'll tell you what, we'll send Meghan round there. You know what I mean? It doesn't quite wash, no.
Things will return.
That's what we do.
Of course, our wonderful monarch said, you know, in the fullness of time, everything comes a full circle, and I think it does.
Okay. King Charles' team optimistic about his cancer recovery.
Good.
They're starting to plan his summer schedule.
He does look a little bit pale, doesn't he? Poor old geezer. Yeah, he does. And stress does exacerbate this condition. So I should imagine that the royal family are all like, oh no, please, in the name of all that's holy, please don't send them back. Please keep them. I bet that's why they've got Obama over here. I bet Charles had a word with Rishi Sunak and said, listen, while Obama's over, make sure he keeps Harry. We don't want him back. Please don't chuck him out because his visa's hooky. No, please. We don't want him back. It will just cause mayhem.
Is this what you've been hearing, Neil, that the King could be back in the public eye by the summer?
Well, hopefully. I hope he
Well, he is
does.
very much in the public eye, actually, now.
Yeah.
Because he has his weekly audience.
He's still the king.
With, of course, the...
And don't forget, the Prince Philip struggled with cancer battle for the last decade of his life, on and off, even though we weren't treated to the details, because guess what? It was none of our business. And then it transpired that the Queen had bone cancer. Bone cancer is usually a secondary cancer. So you've usually got cancer and then it goes to bone cancer. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I usually close my ears to cancer because I've lost too many near loved ones to cancer. And when I hear that word, I just go, you know, but even I've noticed that it seems to be a secondary condition. People seem to have cancer somewhere else, probably in soft tissues or in organs. And then, as a last result, it goes to bone cancer. So it's not such a big deal that Charles and, well, it is a big deal for Catherine because she's so young. And they caught it early, thank God. And I think with Charles, again, maybe they'll be able to stave it off. I've known people in, well, especially when my husband had cancer, we were treated to all sorts of anecdotal tales. People saying, oh, well, I know this person, I've got this friend and they had it. And, you know, they fought it for, they still had another decade after they were first diagnosed and this, that and the other. So, you know, I mean, I'll say, you know, I don't know. But it's not such a massive kick in the nuts as it would have been, say, 5 or even 10 years ago. Especially not for them, which is good. I'm pleased for them.
British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, that's very much you know, filmed and put out in the public.
Please tell Joe Biden to keep him.
And looking forward that he will be seen at this Easter Sunday's church service.
Yes.
The bigger picture moving forward.
I think he was. I haven't seen it because obviously this is the afternoon of Easter Sunday that I'm recording this, and I do believe that he was seen at Easter service because I think it came up earlier. I haven't actually looked at it. I think he answered questions and waved to people and talked to people and seemed in fine fettle. At the end of the day, he is 74. Is he 74? Coming up 75 this year. So, yeah, bless his little heart. And poor old Camilla, she's not been well. And then you've got Fergie. Fergie's not very well. And I think there is a lot of machinations to move Andrew back into the public limelight. But so whether that has emboldened the Marklets to think, well, we get on board as well. We could do some freebies and another free palace, apartment, cottage. They said that was Nottingham Cottage. It was a bleeding mansion. Come on, cottage. Don't make me laugh. Right, let's go.
Is the big hopeful news
yes.
is that he will be able to...
Oh, it's too small for Barry, Nottingham Cottage.
Of course, his official birthday.
Oh, yeah.
The situation is we don't believe he will be on horseback. We think that will be, of course, offered and taken in place by His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales. So I think it's really... I mean, we all just want to see some sort of normality back. You know, the weird thing about this situation right now is...
Well, speak for yourself, Sean, because I literally don't. Yeah, I know you do, because it's your business too. But as just Joe Blogs, nobody, literally a nothing and a no one, I literally don't. I don't care. Whatever's going on in their world is going on in their world. It's not going on in my world. I wish them well. Obviously, I do. I don't sort of get up every day and think, oh, where's the king? Where's Kate? And I never did. Even when it said, oh, she's stepping back because she's ill, she's got to have an operation, she'll be out of circulation until at least Easter. I didn't turn a hair. I just got on with my own life. But the whole of the media industry just went into overdrive and they literally lost their minds. None more so than the Sussex squad. They went completely doolally, didn't they? For a good couple of months, they really knocked themselves out, didn't they? Oh, dearie me, we had Teaser Tells, who's one of the main Sussex squad channels. She had, I don't know what she thought, something or other about her being in a coma and some bloke, something to do with just nonsense, just pure speculation. And a lot of it came from a place of real poison. I don't know whether some of it, well, I do know some of it was actually fueled by money and some of it was just fueled by mental health issues, let's put it that way. Just crazy people that can't wait to see the downfall of people that they don't know, they've never met. And even the people that pay them, they don't know them, they've never met them. You know, it's crazy. And when it comes on top, yeah, which is I think it is the end result will be, it will come on top. The Sussexes will make out they've never known the Sussex squad. They will denounce them every day of the week, you know. So, I mean, that would be sublime. It would be worth the restrictions they're going to put on social media. If it just silences the Sausage Squad, then I think we've done our job, haven't we? Oh dear.
We don't realise how much we like
it's
to
like,
see the monarchy.
It's like holding back the waves, isn't it? Holding back the tide. Oh, dearie me, the world's gone mad. And there was a time that I was the only mad person in my world, but now I'm like quite sane, so I don't know what's going on. It's not fair, you know. I'm going to write to somebody. Who shall I write to? I'm going to write a complaint. I think I might write a complaint to the king. Yes, I will. I'm going to say, up with it, no longer will I put, your majesty, your royalness. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, good night. Don't get sick on your Easter eggs. Don't let the bastards get you down. Love you and leave you. Bye-bye.